Oh, good afternoon. So, today is Friday. We've all made it to the weekend. Another weekend. The last weekend in August 2021. So, I hope we're all up. We're all happy. We're all in the middle of settling and maneuvering and navigating our way through these 86,402nd day. So I hope that we got up with a good frame of reference, and I hope that we got up kind of halfway, trying our best to be kind of sort of happy. You know, the iffy kind of I wanna, but anyhow. We're forcing ourselves to see better lights than what's right shining in front of me. So, I got to go to these trillions again, these trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars we have spent in Afghanistan and Kabul. It's time to come home because the trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars that we invested in Afghanistan and Kabul have not paid off. And you servicemen who went and got rich, and your bosses, your generals, and your admirals, and your four-star this and your five-star this, all those little nuggets that go across your chest when you put on your serviceman's jacket. You've been full of shit. You haven't done shit but use the money for the last 20 years to keep the majority of you at the top really fat and well taken care of. And the rest of us are on the front line getting shot, mangled, and maligned. So, America, you're just a shithole. My God, you calling other smaller communities shithole? No, man, no, 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 no. America, you're a shithole, a fucking shithole country. So everybody's gotten rich except us. Mm. The vaccine. So now we're trying to shift from these trillions upon trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars that we've spent. Do you know how much money $1 trillion is? And we've spent more than $4 trillion in Afghanistan and Kabul with no positive outcomes. But you, Lindsey Graham, and Ted Cruz, and Mitch McConnell want me to swallow on this bullshit and not say anything? You got me all wrong. Come on now. Mm, I, I'm trying my best not to curse today. But you all have been just messing with us and just messing with and just messing with your citizens for the last 20 years for sure. And you've been unkind about it. So, when I really, 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 really start talking ugly about my 75-year history and what I've noticed, I just had to go find me some water. Thank God I already remembered to put my teeth in. I have my glasses on. So you don't want me to ask any questions about these $4 trillion that we've spent over the last 20 years in Afghanistan and Kabul. You don't want me to ask any questions. You don't want me to ask you why have not any of these monies been redirected into the American economy? Oh my God, and my people are coming in right now. But why? Why am I having to deal with the fact that you all did not intend to do the right thing ever and have not done the right thing ever? But you want me to do what? Swallow. You really want me to swallow on what's going on in Afghanistan and Kabul. Well, I'm just one person and I'm 75 and you can't have any of my sons to fight your war. As a matter of fact, like I say most of the time, I wake up unapologetically black. And if I didn't say so, let me pause and say it right now. I'm sending my shouts out to Roz and Randall's podcast, which comes on Monday, Opinions While Black. So I've taken from them that what I'm saying now, is not safe for white folks. Because I have a lot of anger right now with these people called white folks. You've been ugly a long time, and I say this all the time. You've enjoyed the full benefits of white privilege. Uh-huh. And quiet as kept white women, you have supported them. Because if it came down to helping me or other peoples of color and just riding with these inhumane laws that your men, husbands, boyfriends have created, you tend to side with the husbands, boyfriends, and lovers. So you white women have not been kind to the rest of the people of color. You have not tried to maintain and uplift the material conditions of people of color's communities. You just haven't done a good job. So shifting from the trillions, the 4 trillions, not billions, not millions, not hundreds of thousands, 4 trillion, just trillions upon trillions of dollars we have sent to Do you realize how much this money could have helped the people in the United States of America? Do you not do you not see your insanity? Or are you just so insane you're refusing to do things that could help everybody that lives in this thing called the United States of America, in what we call a democracy. You're not practicing it and you're not being nice. Moving forward to the more than 634, 250,000 COVID deaths. You want to talk to me about the trillions upon trillions upon trillions of dollars that you misspent in Afghanistan and Kabul, but you don't want me to talk about these vaccine deaths? You don't want me to speak about these people that are refusing to get vaccinated because of whatever blah, 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 is all about. And you want me to listen to them, blah, 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 respect, blah, 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 and they are continuing to contaminate the whole of the United States of America. We need to do a better job in this thing called getting vaccinated. And everybody just needs to put on their big girl panties. And either we're going to do the right thing and try to save America, or you're just going to run stupidly like you're doing right now. And actually, the ball is in your court. But we've already had over 634,250 deaths just from the COVID. Okay, like I said, I did steal my NSFW. I ain't safe for white folks neither. I just ain't. Mm-mm. No, no. What else do I want to talk about today? Mm. Mm. Oh, well, I alluded to this on yesterday, but it's going to be so interesting how you're going to absorb these, 100,000 people coming from Afghanistan or Kabul into the United States? Are they coming to the United States? Where exactly are we going to put all of these individuals that are getting off of our airplanes to what we call safety? Exactly where is their safety location? And if it is the United States, which states in the United States are going to absorb all of these people? I just want to know. And I just want to know if you're really going to stick with the script that we have more than 100,000 brown people coming from Afghanistan and Kabul. So they're going to be brown? Okay. And then Hispanic is going to be brown? Okay. And then all those other people of color, they're going to be brown? Okay. Because we still float with one drop of black blood makes you black. You get classified as being black. So it's going to be interesting to see what you're going to do with these immigrants coming from Afghanistan and Kabul. And just, are they going to be an immigrant or are they going to be a refugee? Because immigrants, I think, if they have credentials, get paid a way little bit more income than if they are a refugee. Just ask the Asian Americans when they came in the 1890s to build the railroad, they came as immigrants or refugees? Which one? Think about it, Asian Americans. Native Americans, that me and the black, you just took us and did with us whatever this I started to say a bad word, but you just done the wrong thing. Ron DeSantis, you got to go. Ted Cruz, you got to go. Dan Patrick, you got to go. Whatever, Greg Abbott, you got to go. You've got to stop strangling your people. You got to go. California, you better think twice. You better do better. You better keep Larry Elders out. I don't know if he's from the West Coast or the East Coast. All I know, he's an asshole. So wherever he's running in this recall election, you need to make sure he does not get in, because it won't be for the good of all of us. Okay. Oh, I've already talked about Larry Elders. Be careful. He's a fool. So what you have to do is get up, turn out, unfortunately, go to the polls and vote. It's important. Because elders and the rest of those Republicans are trying to really mess with women's rights. They really don't want you to take care of your own body. They are now trying to speak for you. These, these fools, foolish people. My God, you've got to do a better job with these foolish people. Rand Paul has got to go. Rand, R-A-N-D, Paul, you got to go. You're stifling the positive flow. You want to be prohibitive. You want to be separatist. You want to be you want to be white nationalist, and you want to be white separatist. Yes, Congress may be 70 percent, 75% male and 70% white male. And so, white women, when I ask you all to join us, to come across the board, to join hands, because we can do it, and the white women, you know that all of you are not a Kardashian, you're not a Melania Trump, you're not even you you don't have no money that the Donald Trumps are talking about, that the Mitch McConnells are talking about, that the Lindsey Grahams that are talking about, that the Newt Gingriches are talking about, that the Paul Ryans are talking about, because they've been up there, they've been in that Congress, in that city, created laws that protected them and choked the living shit out of everybody else. But these guys have gotten fat Ron DeSantis gotten fat. Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Ted Cruz gotten fat. Josh Hollins gotten fat. Working in Congress and in the Senate, creating laws and bills and legislation that just chokes the living shit out of people of color. So now, oh my God, what can I just say, come on, man. Come on, Liz Cheney. Come on, Mitt Romney. Come on, Ted Cruz. Come on, Dan Patrick. Come on, Greg. Come on. Jesus. Just try to be better. Try to do better. Because yesterday I talked, I know I started let me get back to it. I started yesterday with economic anxiety, and then I looked at economic insecurity. And then I talked about healthcare anxiety. And then I talked about healthcare insecurity. I looked at food anxiety and the difference between food anxiety and food insecurity. And I talked about housing anxiety on yesterday. And then I talked about housing insecurity. I think I left it at educational anxiety, and then educational insecurity. Anxiety, we're going to school, getting the bare minimum, and not really being, we're those C students. It's great to have anxiety. I'm an A student, I'm a B student, I'm a C student, I'm a C plus student. But insecurity means I don't have the skill sets to pass any of these tests, educational assessments that you're putting upon our children right now. So, like I always say, some schools we're going to Penn State, other schools we're going to the state pen. And they've been the state pen people, they've been tracking you since the first day you entered school. Your first kindergarten class, pre-K class, those little comments, snide remarks that are in your folder travel with you all the way to 12th grade and either prohibit or facilitate your ability to get scholarships to go and do whatever it is you think you want to go and do. So I said I was going to come back to this today. So I've done let me look at it one more time. I've done economics, I've done health care, I've done food, I've done housing, I've done education. Now let's just talk about this labor anxiety versus labor insecurity. Labor anxiety is for those of us that are going and getting up and going to work and we're still at $6.95, $7.25, maybe $8 an hour. I'll be nice and say up to 9 or 10. Hey, I'll be great and say up to $15 an hour, okay? That's anxiety. I'm making $15 an hour. I'm barely paying rent, doing insurance, paying a car note, paying insurance on my car. My my money's already gone. Okay, that's just labor. I'm anxious. I'm getting an income, but it is not serving my needs. This income is not facilitating all of the needs in my household. And then there's labor insecurity. Let me back up. This labor anxiety, this is what Reverend Barber truly is talking about. The anxious of us, you know, the the people that the ones that those of us that will admit to being poor, uh-huh, that know we're poor, that realize we're poor. Yeah, but we're working, making minimum wage. And there's 9 times out of 10, I am in a relationship. Yeah. And then 9 times out of 10, I do have some children, but I'm working. But I'm not. I'm a lot of anxiety because I'm not fulfilling all of the needs that need to come on in this household that I'm a part of. Okay. But then there's labor insecurity. That means I am not working at all. I am at the mercy of other kinds of programs that might be in my city and my community that will just help me get through. Oh, yeah, I'm those people on the streets. I'm not working, I'm a day laborer. And I might not even be a day laborer because I have some issues going on with me that prevents me from getting out there and entering what we call a labor market. So I have labor insecurities because I don't have a guaranteed income. I'm not like Elon Musk when I talked about yesterday. Once we start really getting these robots into our companies, yeah. How we're gonna have to start now looking for a universal basic income. Okay, and that universal basic income will only take care of those of us that have some type of labor anxiety. But labor insecurities merely means I'm not even in the labor market, period. I am those standing on my corners, on my street corners, begging for help, or I'm going to our centers that take care of the in those that have insecurities, especially if they're labor, where they can come and get a meal. Maybe they can get a place to stay, and weather determines whether or not I get to stay cool or I get to stay warm because I'm insecure. Then there is law anxiety. Yeah. Law anxiety. Oh my God. All your legislations, all your the 361 voter suppression bills that have gone through these 47 states since the November 2020 election to make sure that African Americans do not get to the polls in large numbers in 2022, 2024, and points beyond. Yeah. So to date, you have refused to pass H.R. 4, which was the John Lewis Voter Advancement Act. You failed to pass the Emmett Till Anti Lynching Act. You failed to pass in the Senate bill on anti lynching. And most of the people, the Republicans, have voted against H.R. 4, the John Lewis Voter Advancement Act. What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this when I get up every morning and look in my mirror and see that I'm black? What my God, it's gonna get taken from you. You're gonna have to give it up. Religion. Stop the madness. You pimps need to do better. And you know who you are. Osteen, you know who you are. Hagee, you know who you are. Young, you know who you are. Jakes, you know who you are. Dollar, you know who you are. Duplantis, you know who you are. Copeland, you know who you are. Oh my God. You need to stop it. Stop pimping. Stop the madness. You must do better. You can't be restrictive. That's not the way religion goes. That's not the way your book says it goes anyway. You're being so unkind. And you too must learn to share. If you look here now, you too in religion are going to have to start sharing all of your earnings with the people that buy into your bullshit. Yeah, you know, have you just taken religion to make it work for yourself? It work how can Osteen and Hagee and Copeland get up and talk about it? Man, look here. I know you so glad you get up white because you've never had to worry about getting up black and not having any of your needs respected because you're a person of color. In the end, white folk, your bill is going to have to come due and you guys are going to have to pay. I don't even talk about sex anxiety and sexual insecurities, okay? I don't want to talk about war because truly right now that's why we're trying to get there. War anxiety, war insecurity. Who is on the front line? We, people of color, you don't need to participate. This ain't your war. It's not yours. And we can't help. And then, of course, you know, we have oh, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. The lines HR 4, the John Lewis Voter Advancement Act, the 361 bills that have gone through these 47 states that restrict voting, the Emmett Till anti-lynching, and the George Floyd bill, police brutality. None of these things, if they come out of the House, they don't make it through the Senate. They come out of the Senate, they can't get voted on in the House. So some people need to go. Don't make me go through my list because it's the same list. It's getting more long every day. So I'm going to ask that we start rethinking some things, revisiting some things, repurposing our life. This is all we got, folks. We can't feel guilty about doing what's best for us. We're going to have to continue to identify those things that are good for us. And right now, oh, I'm sorry. Right now, for those of us that are non white, we are having problems right now because these old, and some of them not old, these new segregationists, they're not old. They're 45, 50 talking shit. Now I'm 75. I put up with you through the 40s and the 50s, but no, not no more. I don't gotta. And you can't make me. Okay. Shout out one more time to Oz and Randle's podcast, Opinions While Black, comes on Monday. Shout out to Richard Smallwood and um, Hold On, Don't Cry. What you sow in tears, you'll reap in joy. Thank you. Calvary, the late what's his name? I'm looking right at him. My Breathe on Me guy. James Cleveland. Yes, Breathe on Me. And then the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir. Psalms 34. These are things that get me in and out of my not being a ranting, raving maniac every time that I speak to you. And now I'm up to getting to 15 and 20 minutes because I'm just looking at these things that you're trying to get me to swallow on, and swallowing is really hard right now. So let me just say it is the weekend. Let's be careful. Let's be courteous. Let's try to demonstrate human kindness. Let's try to respect people once I leave my house. Give everybody the shot of this, they're just okay. And help me to continue to step outside of my house, demonstrating a peaceful continence that will spread and catch hold and work its way throughout this system or wherever we find, however we find ourselves living these days. So it is the weekend. Be safe. If you're not vaccinated, try to get vaccinated. Rethink being vaccinated and take care of yourself. Let's learn to love more unconditionally. Okay? Let's learn to demonstrate unconditional positive self regard. Let's remember to continue to tell our children the truth. And let's continue to protect our children against early childhood mental illnesses. We have work to do as parents. Understand it's a lifetime job. You don't get to quit that one. And quite frankly, you don't get to run away from it. However, it's the weekend. Be safe. I'll have other things to say hopefully on tomorrow. If not, I'll join you on Sunday. Get yourself ready to listen to Oz and Randle's Opinion While Black podcast that comes on Monday. And remember, I've taken from them what they always say. My podcast also is not safe for white folks. But I do bless each of you. Yours in liberty,